Hello friends and welcome back to Handmade Not Hallmark. Amanda here. Today I want to share with you this really cute spotlight scene card featuring some ink blending, a little bit of masking, and some really cute images from Hello Bluebird. I hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. I'm going to be using the Me and My Snowman stamp set from Hello Bluebird. This is such a cute stamp set. I couldn't wait to use it. And I really wanted to try out this technique that I have done in the past. It's where I do a spotlight of ink blending in the center of a white panel to create a little bit of a kind of area to put a little scene. That way you don't have to create an entire scene altogether. So what I'm doing here is I have a piece of Bristol smooth cardstock cut down to a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch card base, and I'm taking some masking stencils from Simon. These are the A2 size masks. And I'm just lining up my card panel here with the etching that's on these stencils. And I also cut out a small snowdrift. Now you could use dies, but it was just as easy to use my scissors. And I took some of this masking paper to create a little hillside. So it looks like a hill whenever we're done ink blending. I'm just using 2 of my Distress Oxide colors today. I'm using Tumbled Glass and Spun Sugar, and I got these new blending brushes, which I was really excited to use. I really wanted to have some other blending brushes to kind of get a softer look. You can do the same kind of soft look with the regular kind of blending foams, but these blending brushes, you get a really soft look, and that's what I was going for here. I wanted it to kind of look like a really soft, winter morning or anything like that. I was really inspired by some of the skies we've been having lately now that winter is finally upon us. And I really like this technique because you could utilize it for any season. You could, ink blend a nice, springy sky, or you could do, some for the autumn, anything like that. And it's a really simple technique. You don't necessarily have to have these masks. You can use some masking tape or paper or anything like that. I just have these on hand and they worked out great. Just continuing that ink blending until I'm happy with it. And I really like these 2 colors together. I think they go really well, and it really gave me that kind of winter morning sky I was going for. The next thing I wanted to do is I wanted to add a little bit of snowflakes in the background. Now these turn out very subtle, but they're there enough that where you could, if you turn it into the light, you can see it. I'm just using a stencil from Simon Says. This is their layering snowflake stencil, and I'm taking some unicorn pigment ink from Hero Arts. And I'm just lightly ink blending that onto that area. Again, this is very subtle. The main part of this card are the images, but I wanted to have something in the background. And I'm also going to take some of my white gouache from Winsor & Newton, and I'm going to splatter a little bit of snowflakes in the background. Again, all of this is very subtle. You could easily, skip over these steps. You could just leave it with the ink blending. You could add a snowflake kind of background stamp. You could do anything like that. I just wanted to show that this masking technique is a really fun way to add a scene to your card without having to create an entire background. And once we take this mask off, you can see that beautiful masking and that really cute scene we've got going. I'm going to set this off to the side to dry, and we're going to stamp down our images. I've just got some Copic friendly paper here. I believe this is some Neenah Solar White, and I'm going to stamp down my images using my MISTI. I really thought these images were really sweet. I ended up adding the little kitty cat that comes in this stamp set a little bit later on. I don't get the coloring on film, but I do end up adding that later, and you'll see that. I'm just taking some intense black ink from Simon. This is a Copic friendly ink because I do plan on using my Copic markers. And this little girl was so fun to color. She reminded me of my niece. She wears her hair like this a lot, and I really thought that it looked just like her. Once I get all my stamping done, I'm going to kind of hit it with my heat tool just to make sure that that ink is nice and dry, because sometimes depending on how many layers you do, I did several here, it takes just a little bit longer for the ink to dry. Once I have all of that dried and ready to go, we're going to get right into the coloring. I have all the Copic markers listed along the side of the screen, and once all the coloring is finished, we'll come back and finish up this sweet card together.
dry. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling, I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking?
Once all the coloring was finished, I used a coordinating dies to cut these images out. Next, I went in with my number 10 Jelly Roll pen to add some cute details and highlights to these images. I really like doing this, especially with images like this. I think it really gives them lots of character and brings them to life. One of the newest things I've found is how to add texture to like clothing, and it was adding some details around the edges. I practiced with this. I've seen a few people do it, and I really wanted to try it because I really felt like it gave like sweaters or scarves or anything like that almost like a fuzzy texture. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but I really felt like this made it look like a fuzzy scarf, and I just adore this idea. I've been doing it a lot now, and I think I'm addicted to it. I love how these images turned out. I ended up coloring another set. I plan on making another card, and they're just so sweet and fun to play with. Once I was happy with all of that white gel pen detail, I went in with a black Sakura gel pen and added little highlights to their eyes. Again, just to bring them to life and add a little bit more character. I love the shine that this gives. I really think it brightens them up. I added it to the little birds as well. I went in and added some highlight to them as well. I just love these images. They're so sweet. And I love that you can, it's not a holiday card. I don't think there's any, I have it here next to me. I don't think that there's any Christmas greetings. I think it's all winter kind of themed, which I really like for this time of year. And I thought that this image was really sweet. And you can coordinate this for somebody's birthday or anything like that. I really think this is great. Now that I have that all done, I'm going to get ready to assemble the pieces to the card. I've got a top folding A2 size card base here. This is some Simon 110-pound cardstock. And I want to stamp on the inside. I want to stamp that little snowman again, and I'm going to use my favorite Simon Says Fog ink. And you guys know that this was my favorite from over the holidays, and I really think this is a nice subtle way to add a little image inside of your card to kind of tie it all together. Now my snowman was a little bit still inky, so I just took some cleaning solution, I believe this is Simon cleaning solution, and just cleaned him off a little bit just to get rid of some of that excess black ink. Now I do get a little bit of transfer, but I wasn't too concerned about it. It didn't really show up that much, but it was enough to kind of get the snowman stamped down. And I really love this look. I think it's a lot of fun. Now that that's all finished, we can get ready for our assembly. Going to reinforce that top fold. I'm just going to use some liquid glue to attach this back panel, and I'm going to use foam tape to pop up our images. I didn't want to pop up this panel because we're going to have a lot of dimension with the images. It's still fairly flat. We didn't add a ton of dimension, so this should still go through the mail nicely. Get that all lined up, and I just love this spotlight technique. I used it on a card that I created for the new design team that I'm a part of. I posted on the community page on the YouTube channel, on my Facebook and my Instagram and everything like that. The company I'm working for is Possum Stamps, and I'm so thrilled about it. All of these people are amazing, lovely ladies, very talented, and if you want to check out my video over on their channel, it's going to be live this Friday, so check out Possum Stamps. I'll leave a link to their YouTube channel down below if you want to check them out ahead of time. Really awesome products, really great company, and I'm really excited to work with them. Next, I've got some lavender cardstock here from my stash, and I took out the Winter Wishes greeting from the same Me and My Snowman stamp set, and I'm going to heat emboss it with some clear ink and some Brutus Monroe Alabaster White embossing powder. And I took out one of my banner dies from my stash. I believe this one came from a Blueprints Dynamic from MFT. It's an older one. I don't believe it's available anymore, but there are a lot of banner dies. You don't necessarily have to use a banner die. You can easily trim this out any way that you like. I just used a banner die. Get that all heated up. And I really like this lavender cardstock. I really think it went well together. I kind of had a hard time deciding on which color I wanted to use. There was a lot of pink up in the sky, and I didn't want to kind of take away from that. And I really felt that the lavender went really well with their little outfits. And I've got the Tim Holtz mini paper trimmer here. I absolutely adore this thing. I use it. I have it handy nearby to trim off, whatever I need, so I don't have to get out that big trimmer. I do have to get it out to cut my card bases because the mini one's not big enough for actual, big sheets of cardstock, but it's perfect for trimming little things like these greetings, and I absolutely love it. Now that we've got all of our parts and pieces in place, this is when I decided to add in that little kitty. I felt like I needed just one more element down there near the bottom and another little pop of orange to kind of go with that snowman's nose because there's lots of pinks and purples going on. And I colored him to look like the kitty that I have. He's not quite big enough to be my cat. My cat is very large. He's a big boy, but he's very sweet. But he's a beautiful orange tabby. And I'm just going to be using some foam tape and some liquid glue to attach all of my little images here. I'm going to have the snowman nice and flat, and I'm going to pop up the little birds around him. And I love these little birds. I think they are absolutely adorable. I love the artist for Hello Bluebird. They create some amazing things, and I thought that this little bird was sweet. She's looking up at the snowman to see the little bird. Get the little kitty attached here. And do the same for our greeting. Just going to pop it up with some foam tape. And we're almost done. Going to add some final elements here. Once I get that nice and lined up, nice and straight. And I love how this turned out. Next, I wanted to add a little bit of embellishment, so I took out some clay hearts from my stash. I believe these are from Tailored Expressions. There's a lot of companies that create these, so you can choose any that you like, or you can leave it off. It's your choice. But I really wanted to add some pink hearts coming away from this little scene, And I went in with my glitter brush pen as well and added some more sparkle and shine to the little images. Now I probably could have done this before I did the white gel pen, but I was very careful not to kind of go over that because this will kind of erase the white gel pen. And that will finish up this sweet little card for today. I really hope you enjoyed it. I am so excited to get back into creating cards after the holiday break. I've got a lot of things planned, lots of things going on, and I can't wait to share them with you. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button as well as the subscribe so you don't miss out on any more videos here at my YouTube channel. I can't wait to share with you the next one. I hope you have a good day. I'll see you again soon. Bye! On screen, I've got a few videos that I think you'll enjoy. Consider hitting the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more videos at my YouTube channel.